Happy Mask Monday, everyone. This is a very special collab with my friend Ash from Makeup and Chaos. We're going to answer some spooky questions for you. So welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. We thought that our Batman masks would be a good mask to do while we answer some questions. It's not a Batman mask. It's the Glam Glow Eye Boost Mask. Reviving eye mask, hydrate, soothe, and revitalize. But I say it's Batman mask. This is the first time I've ever done this mask, and it feels really good already. Okay, we're going to answer some spooky questions for you. So number one, would you spend a full night inside of a haunted house if someone paid you? Abso-freaking-lutely I would. I might do it if no one paid me, but if someone paid me, I definitely would. Yes, I would. Number two, which Stephen King novel unsettled you the most? Ooh, a lot of different ones, but I think Gerald's Game. There was a woman and a man, they were married, and they had this lake house, and it was like in November, so there was no one at the lake house. And he handcuffed her to the bed for some fun times, and he had a heart attack, and she was handcuffed to the bed. And there was a serial killer that had escaped from prison or police custody or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But Gerald's Game, I think Gerald's Game is the one that unsettled me the most. You know, because that crap can really happen. The things that can really happen are the things that scare me the most. Okay, number three. Which horror movie scarred you for life? Probably Phantasm. I just answered this in my collab with Erica Conger. I think it was that one about scary movies. Yeah, Phantasm. You know, and watching it as an adult, it's really not as scary, but when you're 9 years old, that will scare the crap out of you, and it leaves a lasting effect. Number four, have you ever seen a fresh corpse? Yes, I have. I sure have. I was in school to be a police officer. And that's all I'm going to say about that. In the zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice? Probably a big machete. Don't you have to cut their head off or something? I feel like you do. Or a blowtorch. A blowtorch. Yeah, I think a blowtorch. Number six, would you buy a doll that you know was haunted? Heck no. No, that's just asking for trouble. No. Heck no. That's not happening. Who is your favorite fictitious serial killer? Either Michael Myers or Dexter. I mean, Michael Myers is a serial killer, right? Yeah. Michael Myers is like, he's the OG. He's the OG scary movie guy. Dexter's pretty awesome, though. I'm going to have to go with Michael Myers. Number eight, how long do you think you would last in a horror movie? I think I would last a long time. I do. I think if I used my noggin, then I'd probably last a long time. Now, I can't run. But you know, the people that run are the ones that get killed anyway. Because it doesn't matter how fast you run. Michael Myers is still going to catch you. I don't know how he does it, but yeah. I think I would. I think I would last a long time. Number 9, what is the scariest Halloween costume you have ever seen? I don't know. I remember when I was in Girl Scouts, we went to visit a haunted house. And I kept saying I didn't want to go in. I'm 8, okay? I'm 8 at this point. I didn't want to go in. I was too afraid. And some guy jumped up out of a ditch with a chainsaw. And he had this really terrible mask on. And I passed out. I passed out cold on the right there on the yard. Yeah, I did. But it was just very disturbing. It was just a very disturbing mask. I think that's the scariest one I've ever seen. Number 10, what is the scariest Halloween costume you have ever worn? Well, when I was a bartender, I was a dead prom queen. I did half of my makeup. If I can find a picture, I'm going to put it here, but I don't know. I don't know if I know where those pictures are. But I did half of my face or half of my body in zombie makeup. And then I did the other half in beauty makeup. And like I ripped my dress and there was like a dead corsage. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the scariest one. I don't think I've ever been anything scarier than that. Would you rather get bitten by a zombie? I'm sorry, would you rather get bitten by a vampire or bitten by a zombie? Well, I'd rather be bitten by a vampire. They're way better looking. They don't age. The vampires I've always seen in movies are very attractive. Zombies are not very attractive. They're kind of icky. So I'm going to say I'd rather be bitten by a vampire. Yeah, they're way better looking. They're way better looking. And then when you become a vampire, you're better looking and you don't age. I wouldn't need any of this skincare mess that I have now. Yeah, that's my answer. Number 12, have you ever walked through a graveyard or a forest late at night? Well, heck yeah, we used to drink there. We used to drink in the woods, and it was adjacent to a graveyard. Now, we didn't like trample on the grave. We weren't disrespectful. We were just doing it because it was scary. We just thought it was fun, and we would drink. Yeah, heck yeah, I have. Number 13, are you afraid of clowns? Yes, I am. I don't like them at all. I've always been afraid of clowns. Ever since I was little, like it wasn't one thing. Like it wasn't it, and it wasn't poltergeist, and it wasn't, something that triggered that. My mom says that when her and my dad, when I was really little, took me to the circus, I was petrified of the clowns. They didn't do anything to scare me. I was just afraid of them. And I've always been afraid of them. And my frickin' neighbor, when I was a teenager, my neighbor thought it would be really funny to send the clown that they got for their brat's birthday over to my house. No, that's not okay. Like I'm seriously afraid of them. I am. It's not stupid. It's serious. Like, I am afraid of clowns. Yes. Number 14, who is your favorite horror author? It used to be Stephen King. I like Stephen King. Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz is another one that's really good. Yeah. Yeah, I think Stephen King. He's like the OG. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other ones that I know of. Because I don't really read horror anymore. I read mysteries and thrillers. But I don't read horror much anymore. Oh, there was an author. I can't remember his name. The book was called Cabal. And they made a movie out of it. And the movie was very disturbing. But, you know what? We're going to rewind. It says, which horror movie scarred you for life? There's a movie that I watched when I was younger. And it's not a horror movie. It's actually a cartoon for kids. And it's called Watership Down. About rabbits. That movie is scarring. It's not a horror movie, but I'm putting that as a second because that was really scary. If you guys have seen Watership Down, let me know. Let me know in the comments below if you saw it and how disturbing it is. Disturbing. Okay, go back. Horror author. I don't know. I'm going to have to say Stephen King, even though I'm sure there's others out there that I've read that I like as well, if not better. But I'm going to say Stephen King. Because he's written some amazing stories that are not horror. Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile are both Stephen King. I don't know if you knew that, but they are. And they're both amazing. So, yeah, Stephen King. All right. It took me forever to get there, but it's... Number 15. Are you convinced that ghosts exist? Yes. Yes, I am. I've seen them. I've heard them. Yes, I'm convinced. Yes. Yeah. Number 16. Would you agree to participate in a seance? No, I would not. I do not. I don't believe in, and I don't like that. That's opening up things that you don't want to open up. My opinion. But that's opening up doors you may not be able to close. And no, I would not. Does the sight of blood make you squeamish? No, it does not. Nope. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm a mom, and like I said, I went to college to be a police officer. I've seen some gross stuff, and no. Number 18, have you ever had an unexplainable experience with the supernatural? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Sitting in this very chair. I have several videos, and I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, but they are older videos, where there is a man speaking in the video. It is plain as day. Some of my friends here on YouTube have heard it. That's just one of the few things. I mean, we lived in a haunted house. I've had experiences ever since Bailey was born. Ever since Bailey was born, I have had experiences. Crazy experiences. Pretty much every house we've ever lived in. Yeah. So yes, I have. Number 19. Do you believe in mythical monsters like chupacabras or shadow people? Mythical is in quotes. Okay, so one of the reasons why I thought this was a good question was because I don't think shadow people are mythical. Like, I've seen evidence of shadow people, and they're not. They're like ghosts. That's not mythical. When I think of mythical, I think of Mothman and Chupacabra and La Llorona and that kind of thing. Bigfoot. I don't know. I've never seen any evidence that they do exist, but I'm not going to say they don't. We used to have a joke. There was a raccoon. There was a raccoon in our trash can, our outside trash can. And back when I smoked, I was outside smoking because I always smoked outside. And I could hear it in the trash can, and I just knew. I told Anthony, I said, the chupacabra is in the trash can. No, it was a raccoon. But in my head, at 3 a.m., when I'm outside smoking, the chupacabra was in my trash can. I'm just saying. But I don't know. I've seen videos that are pretty weird. I've seen a lot of videos that are weird. I've heard people talk about different things like that. I don't know if they would consider skinwalkers to be mythical, but I do believe in them. I've seen I've seen too many videos of people talking about it that the people in the Native American community, they believe in skinwalkers. They do. Well, I don't know. I can't talk about all of them, but I know there are a good number that believe in it, and I feel like if they believe in it so wholeheartedly, then who am I to say they don't exist? I don't know. That was a long answer. Number 20, what is your favorite part of Halloween? My favorite part of Halloween, there's so many. Oh, as a younger person, as a child, or young teenager or whatever, it was trick-or-treating and candy and scary movies. And now it's like the feeling, like the smell of the leaves, the smell of trick-or-treat. There's a smell outside. Bonfires and pumpkin patches and hay rides and corn mazes and caramel apples and apple cider, and all of that just goes hand in hand. Haunted houses. When I was in high school and a young adult, oh, we were at haunted houses every weekend in October, every weekend. And it was like standing in line, freezing your ass off, drinking hot chocolate with some peppermint schnapps in it. I mean, yeah, there were some really great haunted houses that we went to here in Ohio. We would drive a couple hours sometimes to go to a haunted house, but yeah, good ones, really good ones. And so that whole feeling, that whole spooky season feeling, yeah, that's my favorite part about Halloween. So those are my 20 questions. Now you guys go over and see Ash from Makeup and Chaos and see what their answers were to the same 20 questions. I will have a link to their video in the description box below, as well as a link to their channel. Go over and check them out. Have a good time. Watch them do amazing makeup. And yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us today for our Halloween collab with our Batman masks. It feels really good, and it stayed put really well too. I'm going to actually take it off and see. Yeah, that feels good. That feels really good. I really appreciate you guys being here. And until our next adventure, happy Halloween, and we'll see you later.